Finally, after 2 months of waiting, this lens has arrived. This is the Lumix 100 to 500 millimeter, and I am stoked about this lens. So stoked, in fact, I flew back to Connecticut to meet up with my brother-in-law Dave to see what this lens can do in the wild. Without further ado. The next segment of this video is sponsored by Mr. Dave Funk and the lovely, cold state of Connecticut. The first spot we hit was Valley Falls in Vernon, Connecticut. And yes, it was a bit chilly that morning, but it wasn't too bad. We headed up these stairs, and I snapped my first few shots. Here, we have the classic snowy road to nowhere shot. Just drop in your favorite metal band right in the middle here. There it is. Or your favorite K-pop group, whatever, just whatever you're into. Both work. I thought this would be a good picture to show the detail that you can expect from this lens. The next shot, guys, come on, sorry about that. This picture is the unedited SOOC straight out of camera. Here it is post-edit. I want to show how much room you have in the raw files. There's a ton of information in the shadows, and the image still holds together nicely with all the detail in the wood grain. After that, we headed back down to the lower trail where Dave spotted this fella. We didn't see much more at Valley Falls. Winter can be very hit or miss when it comes to birding, but we were passed by this couple jogging.
You guys see anything good?
You see anything good? Like, naked chicks. He's like, they're looking for birds. I know they're looking for birds.
Like, from the Valley Falls, the naked chicks in the middle of the winter.
Sometimes, jokes just don't land as well as you think they will. But good attempt though, lady. On to the next location. Alright, the last location didn't yield many results. But now, this has turned into an owl prowl. And sometimes owl prowls can be foul. This morning, I'm feeling the luck. I'm gonna get a good shot.
I don't see why not.
Why not? Yeah, why not? While Dave and I are back in Connecticut searching for owls, let's take a moment to talk about this lens's build and physical attributes. Right off the rip, I really like the size and weight of this lens. It comes in at just under 3 pounds and about 8 inches tall. That sounds odd and impressive all at the same time. This is a very compact lens, especially when you consider the amount of reach that you get out of it. This is my Sony 200 to 600 millimeter for comparison. It's a much bulkier lens, weighing in at 4 pounds 7 ounces, 1.5 pounds of additional weight, and it only gets you 100 millimeters more reach. For an L-mount comparison, the Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter sport version, that's a beast of a lens. If you want to check out my video review of that Sigma lens, I'll leave a link in the description and at the end of the video. The 100 to 500 was barely noticeable carrying it around on the trail, and I think a lot of people will appreciate the nimbleness. Is that a word? It didn't autocorrect, so it must be a word. Nimbleness. I think people will appreciate the nimbleness of this lens. Come on, say it. You just said it. Nimbleness. It's fun, right? The Sony and the Sigma, after a few hours chasing warblers, it starts to wear on you. The fatigue is real, and if you know, you know. The Lumix 100 to 500 millimeter is a great all-day option, without feeling like you just did bicep day at the gym. And as far as travel and packing space goes, finally, a zoom lens that's compact enough to fit inside your camera bag and still deliver pro-level results. When it comes to functionality, this has everything that we've come to expect from the Lumix S series. A well-made lockable lens hood, followed by the focus ring with some pretty firm dampening, maybe a pinch too much, but it can also be mapped for other functions like fine aperture adjustments, so I suppose having it on the tighter side is a good thing. Next is our zoom ring, which has about 90 degrees of throw. But don't quote me on that. There is a smooth and tight selector ring, which allows you to pick how much tension you want on your zoom. To me, I don't see a big difference between the two settings, and this area is where my first complaint is, but I'll come back to that. On the right side of the lens, we have the zoom limit switch. This is used when you're mounting teleconverters. Not going to go too deep on this, Very basically, it's there to protect the lens from damage. Good? Alright. On the left side, we have the focus limit switch, the AF to MF switch, the optical image stabilization mode selector, and finally, the custom mode button, which I've mapped to the hybrid zoom toggle. It's rather convenient, you should definitely try it out. The foot on this lens is removable, which is great, but I always mount my shoulder sling to the foot. Now let's come back to my complaint. I want your opinion here, so tell me in the comments if you think I'm being ridiculous. The foot of the lens completely blocks your hand from the zoom ring. So when you're in a comfortable position with the lens, your hand is by the foot right here, and you have to reach back to get to your zoom ring, which is not the most convenient position to be in. I'm not an engineer, I don't design any of this stuff, but I feel maybe on a version 2 of this lens, if there's a way to swap the focus ring to the zoom ring, that would be ideal. Other than that, this is a very well-built lens. Let's head back to Connecticut and find out if Dave and I saw the owl. Unfortunately, we didn't see the screech owl. Birding is tough, yeah? Sometimes you just don't get what you're looking for. But now, we are in a desolate location out in the middle of nowhere at the Big Y parking lot, and there is a eagle nest right over here that Dave is checking out. Hopefully we can get something, because I gotta wrap it up now. Hey Fred, how you doing back in the studio? Are you nice and warm? It's actually quite comfy here, thanks for asking. We didn't see an owl, folks, but we saw an eagle, and there he is. Or there she is. Given this super professional angle, it would have only took a slight leg shift to find out the details, you know? I'm really good at photography. Besides these tabloid reminiscent eagle shots, I snapped a pic of this sharp-shinned hawk, which is punched in about 300%. Did I mention that I was shooting on the S1 Mark II? I don't think I did, so now you know. Not bad for a video-focused camera, right? But let's be real, you put any camera into talented hands and, hey, you know? Here's a cardinal with a pleasing blurry background. And here we have a song sparrow with this sick mohawk. Dude, look at that friggin' thing. My last Connecticut shot is this red squirrel. An adorable way to end. All jokes aside, Dave, thanks for hanging out. I totally appreciate it, man. It's always a good time, owls or no owls. The Connecticut chapter has come to a close, but there's still one more adventure in this video. A Florida adventure. That could mean so many things. All right, Kate and I are on a side quest. We have an osprey in our neighborhood, and he is on a post right here near us. The issue is that the sun is in front of us and it's a silhouette, so we have to cross this busy road here to get this picture. You gotta do what you gotta do, right, Kate? Great success! Those are the best pictures of Archibald that we have taken.
Very nice.
Very nice. So stupid. 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, I got a shot of him on one of the lampposts over here, and you can see his yellow eyes. But even those shots had the sun sort of behind him. These ones, man, those are money. Those are some money Archibald shots. Woo! Bangers. That's right. Oh, and update on Archibald. Archibald's actually Annabald. Yeah, Archibald's a girl. So, if you were wondering, probably weren't, but we were, and she is. Was this a lens review? I have no idea. I did have a lot of fun making it, and I had a lot of fun using this lens. And at the end of the day, isn't that the point? To go out, take some pictures, have some adventures, make some memories. That's what we're doing here. The gear doesn't matter, but when you have great gear, it creates great results. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, it's probably time to do that, considering that you're still here watching me talk. If you're interested in purchasing this lens or any other things that I use here in my bedroom, then go to my affiliate links in the description below. Support the channel. Support new creators, because we need it. We need all the support we can get. Thanks. Some other videos up here if you want to watch them. Yeah. See you next time.